Hey student, this is video number 9 of the word formation series. Learn how to use the English words, and in this video we're going to talk about the word live and how to use the variations of this very popular word in English. If you don't know me very well, hello, I'm teacher Prix, and I'm going to help you talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime in English. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, yep, right here, because every week I post different kinds of English lessons to help you become a better and more confident English speaker, especially if you're an intermediate student, pre-intermediate or intermediate student. This is the level where you have to worry about the types of words. The most common types of words are nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. There are other words like prepositions, conjunctions, but these are the most popular ones, okay? And at this level, many students confuse these words. They use nouns instead of verbs. They use adjectives instead of adverbs. So it is important to include this kind of lesson in your practice. That's why I'm here, you know? This is something that I do with my students in my academy, my BSA. I'm always helping them work on different types of words and understand how to use the vocabulary they use. But now, let's keep going. Let's talk about the good stuff. I'll start with the most common uses and then I'll give you some interesting ones, you know, maybe that you may not know, that you may not be so familiar with. But the first one is a verb, to live, okay? And here there's something interesting that I will talk about because many students mispronounce this verb, not when I'm saying live. Okay, this is the action. What is to live? Let's say I want to talk about the city where I am right now. I live in São Paulo. So that's where I am. That's a particular place where I have a house, an apartment. So where do you live? Do you live in Brazil? Do you live in Egypt? Do you live in France? Where do you live? Or it can also describe our current state of being alive. Ha, 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 staying alive, staying alive. So to live, okay? I want to live a long time, okay? I want to live forever. Haha, forever. No, I don't want to live forever. That's a long time. I want to live until I'm 100. I think I'll be happy if I live to 100 years, okay? How old do you want to be? Now, some examples. My friends live in Canada. I am afraid he won't live long. So here, the guy in a hospital bed, maybe he's dying. Opposite of live, to die, okay? And he won't live. He won't live very long. Sorry, buddy. But now you got the gist. This is the easy one. This is where things start to get interesting because pronunciation, my friends, this is also a challenge at this level. And here we have the noun, life, with the letter F. Life, okay? Life. But the plural form of life is lives, okay? Lives. Lives, okay? And this is where students confuse with the verb live. Because if I think about the third person in the singular form, I live, you live, he lives. Okay? So when I am using the verb, the pronunciation is lives. Okay? If I'm using the noun, lives, plural of life. So it's important to understand the difference. I have heard the students say, oh, he lives. No, he lives. Okay? I live. She, he, it lives. My life, it's my life. It's now or never. I ain't gonna live forever. I'm not gonna live. See? It's my life. I'm not gonna live forever. And the plural, lives. So it's the name, the state of being. It's not an action. Okay? So it can be countable or uncountable. It depends on how you're using this word. But it has a plural form, okay? Now, look at the example. The firefighter risked his life to protect me. I need a firefighter to save me. So that firefighter risked his life to save me, to protect me. This is just an example. No firefighter risking his life to save me. I'm afraid I gotta save my own life. I gotta save myself. That's another day in the life of an adult. You gotta save yourself, buddy. No one's coming for rescue. Now, another example, millions of lives. See, plural form. Millions of lives will be saved thanks to this new health treatment. So let's say I'm watching a video, no, not watching a video, I'm watching the news, and then the TV anchor starts talking about a new cancer treatment that is going to save millions of lives. That's wonderful. And I hope one day we get to hear this beautiful news that there is a cure to terrible diseases, you know, that lives will be saved thanks to technology, thanks to science, and thanks to human beings doing their research to help find the cure to such terrible diseases, right? Now, let's keep going. Adjective, alive. Ha, 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 staying alive, staying alive. Ha, 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 ha. Hit the like button, hit the like button. But anyway, adjective. Now, it's not an action, it's not a noun, but it's describing quality. But here's the catch. You learned as a beginner that we can, not always, but we can use an adjective next to a noun. Beautiful girls all over the world. Nice house, good job, nice teacher. But in this case, alive, no noun. No, only alive. Nothing. Nothing else, okay? She's alive. That's the gist, okay? So alive. Have you heard any news? Not yet. We have no idea whether Jack is dead or alive. So we don't know if he's alive or dead, okay? So we have no idea whether Jack is dead or alive. Another example. Are your parents still alive? Are they still living? Also another possible word, okay? Are they alive? How old are they now? So that's a question for you. How old are they? Are your parents still alive? How old are they? I want to know. Let me know in the comments. I think my father is 64 or 5. And no, he's older. He's 66. And my mother, 63. Maybe. I don't know. How old are your parents? Let me know in the comments. And make sure to subscribe to this channel. Share this video with a friend. I really appreciate it. Well, let's keep rolling. Lively. Adjective. Just because you see the letters ly doesn't mean you're going to be using an adverb. In this case, lively is an adjective. It is not an adverb, okay? So lively means full of life, active, enthusiastic, lively, animated, vivacious, okay, synonyms, full of life. And you can describe people, you can describe situations, you can describe anything that is lively, that is full of energy, full of life, okay? So look at this example. My friend is such a lively woman. I love hanging out with her. Oh, I love hanging out with my friend. She's such a lively person. Lively pronunciation. My neighbor has a lively interest. See, lively is describing interest. A lively interest. He's very enthusiastic about politics. Not my favorite thing. He's very excited. He really is full of interest in politics. Do you have a lively interest in politics? Let me know in the comments. I don't, I just want to live life. See? Another one, living. This can be an adjective and a noun. All right, adjective or noun. And if it's an adjective, it means alive. Now, okay? It can describe creatures. I'm not talking about the verb in the gerund form, ing. I am leaving. He is living. She is living. No, I'm talking about an adjective describing an organism, okay? Water is essential for all living creatures, all living things. So all creatures alive, all living beings, all living creatures, very common use. But as a noun, as a noun, you're going to use it to describe, for example, money to buy the things you want in life. For example, the expression, it's hard to make a living in big cities nowadays. So it's hard to make money, to make enough to survive. Okay, it's hard to make money in big cities nowadays. It's hard to make a living in big cities nowadays. Or it's a style, a way of life. The cost of living is rising, is increasing. This is the one about the second meaning, the style, the way. Some countries still have rather poor living conditions. This is true, unfortunately. Many countries all over the world still have poor living conditions, poor lifestyle, a way, okay? The conditions are poor, living conditions. So that is a very common one, okay? Very, very important. I didn't post the example of a noun, but when I'm talking about a noun, I'm talking about creatures being alive, the living and the dead, because it's not as common. You can use, but finding a context will be your challenge. And the next one, livable. It is an adjective, and it means, if you use the word livable, you're describing a place or something that is typically a place, okay, guys, that is habitable, that is suitable to live in. For example, this room is livable. My apartment is livable, is habitable, okay, is decent, is appropriate for living, okay? So look, this is not the house you wanted, but it is livable. Give it a chance. So maybe a husband and wife bought a house, but the wife doesn't like the house, okay? She's like, oh, I don't like this house. Oh my God, I hate the house. Mary Lou, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it, okay? Super, woohoo, yay, thank you. So maybe the house is not the best. The house is like, oh, I don't like this house. Yeah, but it's livable, it's habitable, okay? There are many islands around the world that are not livable. Many dangerous islands. You know, do you know any dangerous island that is not livable? There are probably many, you know? People should be given a livable salary. Another meaning, enough to live on. This is the second meaning of this adjective. People should be given a salary that is enough for them to live on. So people should be given a livable salary. So these are two possible meanings. Now, there are other words here with this one. There are more variations, more formations, but these are the most important ones that I wanted to show for you today. If you're interested, there are more lessons about word formation here on my channel every week. I try to bring a new word variation, new word formation lesson, because it is really important for students at your level. Other than that, share this lesson with another student. But other than that, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.